action.
Hey, how you guys doing today? Today I'm going to show you guys how to patch holes in walls for all you beginners here. I know moving in sometimes is a struggle. Moving in and out of furniture and desks, things like that, of that nature, you are bound to ding a wall. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you just a few of the products that we have today that we're going to get going on. First thing is we have the Patch and Paint, which is a lightweight spackling unit. Basically it does is a patch and prime in one step. So we'll get to that. And this is one of the best brands that you can get here. It's the DAP brand. And it's about $5, so it's a pretty good deal for that. And then you're gonna get your spackling, the spackling tool here, which this goes for about anywhere from $1 or so. So it's not too bad. And then you're gonna need this, which is the home wall texture. So with this is actually one of the best brands. If you guys can see here, it's the Homax brand. And it has 3 different steps in it. So you have the fine, you have the medium, and you have the heavy. So depending on what texture your wall is, that's you kind of got to go by which texture your wall is. And it has everything up front here just to let you guys know. And you guys can kind of figure that out there. It's pretty easy, pretty simple to use. Another thing we have is your home paint. So always got to have that handy just to go over the spackling after it's done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around here, find a couple holes in the wall here, and get something started for you. And we'll show you guys how to patch
One, we're just gonna take a little bit of this putty right here, put it on your finger, like so. Come down this hole. Do you want to zoom in a little bit? Because this is a really shallow hole. We'll just put a little bit on to cover in the spot there. Put it on here like this. Just make sure you wipe your putty knife off, and we'll just make sure we get nice and flush there. Done deal. Super easy. Alright, so this happened yesterday. My father-in-law and I were moving a chair down from upstairs, so wife is a little bit upset, so here's gonna be the quick fix. Take a little bit of that putty we talked about, just fill the hole in like so. Make sure you get plenty of it on there. Put the excess back in the bucket here, and just make sure we keep it nice and flush there. And then we'll give it about 5 minutes or so to dry, and we'll be back to texture it. Alright, so this is the biggest hole I have in my house that we're going to patch right now. This one right here, you're going to need quite a bit of spackling right here, and then, no, I'm just kidding. Alright, we'll move on to some more holes in the house. The reason why I recommend you always try it outside first on cardboard, we just had a little mishap right here where this came unspooled and it wasn't a good thing. So always try it outside. As you can see here, take it here, give it a couple little sprays. Most house textures will be the fine, so it'll be the fine one. You can always adjust it using this nozzle right here if your house is, you know, a heavier texture, but usually it's a fine texture. So you can do a couple little test sprays. It's good to go. We're gonna go inside and we'll spray our walls. So next step, you take your screwdriver, pop off the top, go ahead and give it a nice stir with the stick. Then you can take your sponge and start painting over those patched holes there in the wall. Alright, now we're going to touch up a couple holes in the house. You don't need much paint at all, so just take a nice little, very light dab. Come over to the area you plugged up there and just give it a nice little thin coat of paint. Get a nice thin brush strokes there to make sure there's nothing left. And once that area dries, it'll look the same as everything else. Alright, now we're going to take our paint and we're going to cover the areas that we had spackled and textured. I'll be right back. I need a little more paint. And you on here with the more paint.
You want to make sure you get the outside as well from when the spackling sprayed out.
It's my narrator in case you didn't notice.